Why shooters lose points without a cycle. The invisible enemy in rhythm. Sometimes you inhale too deeply, sometimes you hold too long, and other times you fire outside the natural breathing pause. Every shooter, whether a beginner or an Olympian, has experienced this silent disruption at some stage. Breathing seems so natural in everyday life, yet in shooting, it transforms into one of the most delicate and invisible skills that can make or break performance. The issue of having no consistent breathing cycle is multidimensional in nature. Process-related, many shooters lack a well-defined routine for breathing before each shot. Without a repeatable cycle, timing becomes inconsistent and technical stability is lost. Physique-based, weak postural endurance, poor diaphragm control, or tension in the chest and rib cage can lead to irregular breathing. The body cannot maintain balance if breathing itself is erratic. Psychological, anxiety, nervousness, or overthinking often disrupt natural rhythm. Match pressure makes shooters breathe shallowly or rush their shots. In simple words, when breath rhythm is not trained into the shooting process, the entire chain of stability, timing, and focus collapses. Technical impact. Shot groups shift higher or lower depending on lung volume at the time of shot release. Micro instability increases sight wobble. Trigger timing becomes inconsistent, breaking the natural shot rhythm. On average, a shooter may lose 3 to 8 points in a 60-shot match, with losses amplified in finals where margins are razor thin. Quantified deviation. Shots fired outside the natural pause drift left, right, or vertically. Groups become elongated instead of compact, destroying precision. Psychological impact. When the breathing cycle breaks, it does not only impact the body, it also unsettles the mind. Stress builds as the shooter feels like they are chasing air, instead of focusing on the target and sights. Fear of running out of oxygen often leads to panic trigger pulls. In the long term, confidence drops as the shooter begins to feel that they cannot hold steady or trust their body. During high-pressure matches, this inconsistency becomes exaggerated. Shooters who already feel nervous may hyperventilate or breathe shallowly, which further reduces confidence and increases errors. Identification of the problem. Signs and symptoms. Shots are released at irregular timings within the breath cycle. Scat or Knopftel trace shows a wavy drift pattern instead of a stable pause. Shooter often reports running out of oxygen or feeling rushed to fire. How to distinguish. Unlike grip or stance problems, this issue usually shows as vertical up and down shot movement. Unlike trigger errors, it follows a clear rhythmic inconsistency linked to the breath cycle. For coaches, another visible sign is uneven chest rise or shoulders lifting slightly as the shooter breathes inconsistently. In diaries, notes like "felt rushed" or "oxygen finished" are further indicators. Physical fixes. Define a breathing cycle: inhale, exhale, pause and fire. Learn diaphragmatic breathing, expanding the lower abdomen rather than raising the chest. Relax the shoulders, spine, and rib cage to reduce unnecessary tension. Maintain a stance that does not compress chest movement. Technical corrections. Use Scat or Knopftel to track shot timing and check whether the shot breaks during the natural pause. Limit the natural pause to 6 to 8 seconds. Anything longer leads to oxygen depletion. Practice dry firing with focused breathing rhythm until it becomes automatic. Mental remedies. Begin each shot process with 1 or 2 deep calming breaths. Visualize the breathing rhythm as synchronized with the sight picture. Practice self-talk cues such as exhale, pause, release. Basic drills. Beginners, candle flame breathing. Exhale gently toward a flame without extinguishing it, training controlled airflow. 5-5-5 cycle. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds to build control. Intermediate drills. Range, dry fire only during the breathing pause, with no rushed shots. Fire 5 shot groups focusing solely on breath rhythm. Advanced drills, competition level, simulate finals conditions with strict timing to force consistent breath use. Train under stress using SCAT analysis to compare breathing pause versus inconsistent cycles. Fitness additions. Planks and yoga improve diaphragm control. Cardio enhances lung efficiency. Journaling and meditation improve awareness of breathing rhythm. Adaptation for audiences. Beginners. Learn basic pause timing. Teenagers. Use rhythm games, apps, or music to practice timing. Elite shooters. Fine-tune pause duration to match the most stable hold window. Coaches. Record SCAT traces to compare across training blocks. Breathing is not just about air, it is about body mechanics. Rib cage expansion can subtly lift the shoulders, disturbing rifle balance. Chest breathing causes vertical barrel movement, while diaphragmatic breathing keeps the rifle stable. Oxygen supply directly impacts fine motor control. Low oxygen leads to vision blur, tremors in the trigger finger, and slower reaction time. Core stability plays a crucial role. Weak abdominal muscles allow rib cage wobble during each breath, creating instability. SCAT, Noptel diagnostic patterns. Inconsistent breathing produces wave-like oscillations before the shot. Shots delayed beyond 8 to 10 seconds after exhale show instability spikes in traces. Overlays of breathing rhythm with SCAT help diagnose the exact timing mismatch. Match day realities. Environmental conditions such as heat, humidity, or high altitude make breathing inconsistent. In finals, reduced shot timing, 50 seconds, forces shooters to control breath with precision. Travel fatigue, jet lag, or poor sleep further disturb respiratory rhythm. Advanced remedies and drills. Biofeedback drills. Use apps or breathing monitors to visualize rhythm. Box breathing, 4-4-4-4, or 7-11 breathing. Train calmness under stress. Stress drills. Do light jogging, then shoot, to train breath stability under elevated heart rate. Progressive relaxation. Practice dropping shoulders while syncing with breath. Field shots drifting upward after long breath holds. Once she corrected her breathing cycle, her average improved to 10.2 to 10. Inconsistent breathing shows the trace rising and falling like waves, proving the importance of rhythm. One of my pistol shooters once told me, to its target. If the string is slack or inconsistent, even the sharpest arrow low, because your story may inspire another shooter to improve. If this detailed guide helped you understand the importance of a consistent breathing cycle, then do my YouTube channel Horizon Shooting Sports for many more such in-depth coaching videos. Contact me directly for mental training, shooting coaching, and world-class shooting accessories that can elevate your performance. Let us breathe better, shoot better, and compete at the highest level with confidence.